Hello and welcome to Drakenmemoria. So, as we said last episode, right now we're not live. Well, we are while we're recording, but you won't see that.
We are alive.
Yes, that's a good way of saying it. Um, because as you might have noticed, regular broadcasting day is on Christmas Eve, and as weird as it may sound, many humans actually want to spend this time with their family. So I'm gonna give my players the option. Oh, hold on. Fisher has just arrived.
Hello.
Hello. Oh goodness,
Caught a big one.
You sound like you got a cold.
What?
Oh, okay, that's better. The way that you said hello sounded like you had a cold.
Oh, I was in the cold.
Aw, we're so sorry.
He was also probably getting a tired.
All right. What was I saying? Yes. So we're not actually live. It's going to be a rebroadcast, or rather, pre-recorded by the time that you watch this. And it's going to be a rebroadcast of the pre-recorded on the following Friday. And just because it's the same thing for New Year, it's probably going to be the same thing next week, which is so weird for me because I'm used to doing some preparation on Mondays, and now it's Monday and we're here. Damn it. Okay. So okay. Last episode. See, that's one of the things that I usually do on Mondays. Prepare what happened last episode. So now my players had to hear me planning out the introduction of last week. Alright, so last episode, our adventurer re-acclimated to life in their normal universe. They grounded themselves with mundane activities such as watching life unfold in the garden and getting some news on their adventurer friends. Once time seemed to have caught up with them, they started by planning to pay back an old debt, helping a shady rogue into audience's former church. Well, now former church, but when you did that, it wasn't former. On their way home, however, they noticed they were being followed. And I believe that's exactly where we left off because I realized that I was talking to two zombies. So now that everyone is awake, let's get back into this chase scene, I guess.
Stalking scene.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If I remember correctly, on one side we had Remy, and on the other we had Audience and Fisher. You had just decided to split the group to see if those following you would split up and try and follow everyone, or if they would just follow one of you. And you realized, so that's weird. Hold on, there's a camera that's out of line. Which one? This is your camera. Okay. Here we go. All better. So, that's not a bad idea of what was suggested. Remy, you have your confirmation that two people are following you. They're using magic to track you, but it's not those tracking you who are using that magic. It's more like acting as a helicopter in the sky, and they're following you using the information that they get back. So, what do you do with that? That's the last information that you got from Fisher before you split up the group.
So, just to be clear, more in the sense that there is somebody keeping an eye on all of us and then just giving information out to our pursuers.
Yeah. You saw a magical sensor follow. Fisher, I think, saw a magical sensor following all of you. So, probably something either exactly or akin to an arcane eye watching you from the air, and a reaction from those following as if they were receiving messages.
I would say
They seem to be wearing priestly robes, but also a decent amount of armor on them.
Mhm. So Raimi will probably walk a fair distance, like maybe going down some odd streets. But then as he turns a corner, he's going to do two things.
Okay.
Thing number one, it's like he's going to do his ethereal jump.
Okay.
And then he is going to start dashing through buildings.
All right, all right.
It's like, and when it seems, and around when his timer for the ethereal jump starts to end, he is then going to use invisibility on himself.
Okay, okay. Did I close that?
The goal being is that if there is a tracer that is following him, it's pretty difficult to follow you, like into the ethereal plane, and especially after you've literally ran through some buildings, and then you're not even visible when you come out of it.
Definitely.
Now, do I wish I was a level 19 arcane trickster? No, sorry. It would have to be level 20. A level 20 arcane trickster where I would at least be able to use Dimension Door? Yes. Do I have Dimension Door? No.
Well, we can't be perfect when we start. Okay.
I can't be too greedy. We just leveled to 14.
Gotta live with those limitations. Oh, that reminds me, Fisher. I think I did not make the modification in D&D Beyond. If I did not make the modification, object ability, level 14, would grant you a +5 to your skill modifier for the proficiencies granted by Terranad. I think I didn't change it. I just remembered them. So. All right. So, do you try and keep track of them as you're dashing through the buildings, or do you just...
I'm not sure if I can.
Depending on how you do it, you might... but so it
Tell you
depends.
what.
Yeah.
Tell you what. It's like Raymond will have fun doing it this way.
Okay.
Mind you, this is being a bit loosey goosey with like action economy here, but maybe he did a little prep before he did his big move.
Okay.
It's like, but maybe he would have his familiar appear, which wow, he hasn't seen in 1,000 years.
Did you
Well,
always
he
look like
hasn't seen
that?
them in 1,000 years, but
Did you always look like that?
but for real though, it's like summoning them beforehand. It's like, but maybe trying to like discreetly, so it just looks like they're some kind of alley cat coming out of an alley, and then make his big move so that when he does pop out and is invisible, it's like then at least maybe his familiar can keep eyes so that he can just mostly make sure he can lose them.
Okay. I'd say make a sleight of hand so that it looks like when they come out the corner that because of how you threw your cat on the ground, that it's like you disturb the cat that just away.
Well, I'm just gonna remind myself here. Yeah, I can't roll lower than a 30. Is a 30 enough?
I don't know. I'll roll. I'll roll. Let's see. Well, the dice really wants to make sure that it's enough because I rolled a 3 on the dice. So.
I mean, they could have had like a plus 27 to their perception or insight.
Don't give him ideas.
Their level has already been determined, so don't worry.
Yeah, sorry, I have
But they
expertise
might,
and I have the gloves of thievery, so that's
it's okay. But they might have a group leader that I did not plan before, but I won't say it out loud. All right, all right. So it definitely looks like you just stumble on a crate and a cat just started running as everyone else keeps chasing you from behind. And then you execute your plan. Jump and start running. How much distance can you cover before you have to come out?
if I did that all at once, assuming just I'm going to assume like some extra economy there. He would ultimately be able to go. Uh, uh, between 440 and 300 feet.
Okay. So, and if I remember correctly, when you're in the ethereal realm, you can still see a little bit what's happening on the outside.
Yeah, it's like the only part that gets iffy is like eventually when you have enough like walls or objects, it gets hard to see through them.
Yeah, but as you're running, it feels a bit like wearing the ring in Lord of the Ring. Everything feels a bit shadowy and just start running everywhere.
It's like, except fewer voices in my head,
Yeah, and there's not a huge eye watching you at the end. So
and I'm not being chased around by a goblin. Then again, a
There he is.
goblin
That's
is my
just
mentor.
Terry. Don't worry about it.
Terry is watching me into the
Yeah.
ethereal plane.
Oh, hey, what are you doing here? Here's where I hang out.
Casually. Fisher thinks I'm in the box.
Ominous.
So you turn around and you start running and you see a gnome from the garden and say, "Hey, buddy! I didn't know you'd come here." So,
I lost my keys. Do you see them anywhere?
so you start running. You see through a whole bunch of houses as you're dashing through them. For a brief moment, it brings you back to floating about in villages and cities while you were on the other realm. Good memories. You got to watch nobility fuck for 1 hour and no one could say anything about it. So that's how they do it amongst noble. How interesting. So
A lot of extra steps.
it's protocols.
Like first signing of consent forms.
Then exchange of resources. Then
Then their lawyers have to co-sign it.
yeah, there has to be a witness, so someone's watching this actually. So,
And then there's a notary republic.
damn. And then you see it with amongst peasants. Wow, they don't lose time. So you run through a few houses and you come out a good 300 feet away, somewhere between 275, 300 feet away.
That's almost a dimension door.
Yeah. Imagine if you had it. You could just...
The thing is, the only way for me to get dimension door would be to wear another cape, but I kind of like the cloak I have, and putting a cape on a cape just is weird
Yeah.
and not technically allowed by the rules.
Although I might be inclined to accept you wearing a hood on top of a cape.
Just where the other.
Well, you see, that's what that then it takes up the head slot.
Yeah. A half cloak.
Now I'm talking in RPG terms. I mean, game RPG.
All right, so you immediately turn invisible, and you look around for a bit. No one seems to be there. Cool. And then I imagine you go into your cat.
As he's just kind of mostly just making sure he isn't running into people.
Okay.
It's but yeah, like once he has a secure spot, it's trying his best to get in communication with the cat in case, basically just trying to figure out if they've actually pursued him or if they've given up the chase after 18 seconds or so.
Yeah, persistent. They lasted 15 seconds. Huh. So, I don't need this. So you go into your cat, and your cat is closely watching them as cats do. So because of that, they're not paying much attention to your cat. There's two of them. Let's roll the other. One of them, for a brief moment, notices there is a cat, but he decides that it's not of importance. They wonder where you are. You can see it through the eyes of your cat. They went maybe another street corner, just in case you actually just turned around and turned in an alley and in a different one, a new one. But they can't find you. Look around. You see them talking to something in their hand, asking where you are. They answer, all right, hold on. We're hoping not to start using those quite as quickly as that, but they're crafty little buggers. And he starts casting a spell. They're priestly spells, so make a religion roll if you want to know what they're casting.
I feel like I don't have to. I almost want to be certain. I'm almost certain I know what it is.
Okay.
But maybe I'll roll just in case, though.
Okay. Tell me what it is, and if you guess what I have in my mind, I'll give you advantage on your roll.
So currently I have a 12.
Okay.
Religion is not one of my
I know.
chosen skills. But I'm almost certain that if they can't find me through the means of the helicopter, that they would just start casting locate creature on me.
You get advantage.
If they were... Okay, that's better. 18.
All right. You have confirmation. They are casting locate creature. Which tell you they can at least cast level 4 spells, which gives you a minimum level for them.
And they're really determined to track us down if they're wasting level 4 spell slots.
He just said it. You was hoping that he didn't have to use spells like this so quickly, but...
Well, since Raimi knows the spell and probably has an approximation of how it works, let's have some fun.
Right?
Because Raimi, while invisible, is going to make them really fucking confused and feel like they wasted their magic.
Okay.
He's going to sprout his cloak wings, and he's going to fly up. Yes, I am going to be that asshole. It's just like, yeah, I know where he is. Guys, I think it's broken.
You have the confirmation with your cat as he's casting the spell. The spell ends. It's alright. I have him again. Damn, little fuck. He went up.
And after I reach which is probably going to be pretty breezy up there, but after
Especially
I've
since
exceeded the 1,000 feet mark, I believe that cancels the spell.
Well, at least it goes outside of their range.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
It cancels the effectiveness of the spell. Not that it was particularly effective when it's just up. And guess what's not a cleric spell? Fucking fly.
Losers still on the ground.
Maybe they'll pray to their god and roll on a D100, and maybe they can cast fly with that.
Okay.
I'm half joking. I'd have no idea what level they are. At minimum, they're level 7. But...
Okay. All right. Through the eyes of your cat, you just see the confusion of one going up, looking up for a brief moment, and you see the other one go. So what happened exactly? He started flying. All right. He wins this round. Next time we're going to have to be better prepared. Make sure we don't lose the two others. And he says this out loud using his hand. So, we go with Audience and Fisher as Remy looks through his cat. Two priests going away, slightly pissed, but accepting of what happened. Actually, would they... How much would you hear? Oh, wow. They really do not suspect your cat.
It's just an alley cat.
Yeah. It's an alley cat. A completely white alley cat. Moving about through a thin layer of snow in the city.
That's a very clean alley cat. A cat with
Yeah.
standards.
Cat with standards. It's an Aristocat. Oh!
Thomas O'Malley. O'Malley the alley cat.
So, you hear them talk, and what you hear is the two priests saying, next time I think we're going to have to bring a mage with us. Yeah. Client's not going to be happy about this. He's going to have to pay for more. Yeah. Going to have to be careful about them. They're known for hunting people. Well, not too good of hunters if they hired us to hunt them. Well, either their reputation is overdone or they just are tired of losing resources to them. Heard they lost a fair amount of operative recently. Yeah. Too bad. All right. Ramel bless them. We're going to find them again. Aramel being the name of a god.
What kind of god?
Well, it's something that audience would know more, but you can always make a religion roll.
He will share this information as it becomes more useful or relevant to share.
Sweetie, I don't know if that's good.
It's kind of hard to share something if you're not next to them.
Yeah. But did you want to make a religion roll just in case you've ever heard of that deity?
I guess based on the fact I'm allowed to roll means there's a possibility.
Yes.
That's gonna be 15.
15. Well, that's not bad. Yeah. The name strikes something in your mind, at least. You feel like you've heard that name before. You're not sure whose god is it, but you're pretty sure it's a god of spying and deception.
Oh, they called in the big guns.
They're professionals.
Specifically hiring priests of a religion that's all about spying.
Well, spying and deception, you can probably deduce that it's not a good species, and who might actually be a species that would revere a deity of spying and deception. I wonder who they might be. Darn.
Hey, Samar.
You got it.
Yeah. The ASMR clan is just hunting you. Alright. So, we move back to absent audience and Fisher.
We are moving.
Through a
I
city.
believe we're on our way to
The portal.
one of the gates.
Yeah.
Remy's figured it out. Do we know when we first clocked that someone was following us? Are we still just at the someone? We aren't sure who.
They're good. They're operating at the longest range possible. They're relying heavily on whatever magical mean they're using to make sure that they can track you, because they often lose sight of you for 1 or 2 seconds and then they come back in field of view. They wear no obvious emblem allowing you to identify them. Technically, audience, you could probably try and make a roll, but it would be a very difficult roll. It would be something based on who might be wearing something like this and be well equipped to
Sure. What type of role would that be?
religion,
Yeah.
to know which god it's religion.
Okay. I got a -1, so we're probably looking at a nat 20 or bust, but I'll see if I hit it.
You can always go with history, but I think that's just as bad for you.
Yeah, no, it's an 11.
With an 11, there's too many possibilities. Obviously, because they're wearing darker colored clothes, you mean it's probably not a religion that is outspoken. Since they do not wear visible emblems, it means they're not trying to broadcast to everyone who they are. So they probably value discretion, but that's pretty thin to figure out who they are. Martial training does allow you to recognize that they're wearing a moderate amount of armor, so not big crusaders, but they're not wearing heavy plate, but they're probably wearing things like half plates or Fisher. Your perception's a bit better than audience, so you can notice that they are very focused. And you know they're wearing priestly robes, so large possibilities of the kind of spells they can dish out. Since there's 2 of them, it explodes the possibilities even more.
And I can see the sensor
With your sorry.
see invisibility.
I think didn't you use the gem of
Yes.
Yeah.
I I did.
So it gives you true sight,
Yeah.
including the ability to see magical sensors, which makes you able to see it follow you in the air.
Trying to remember what I can about such spells. Because I don't remember off the top of my head. Can
I mean,
Arcane
besides the
Eye
fact that
see invisibility?
Because it is a wizard spell, I cannot let you roll for Arcana.
That is a 25.
Okay.
spray black spray paint.
Shine a laser at it.
Ow, son of a!
So, with your roll, you remember that it has normal and dark vision up to 30 feet, which explain why it's hovering 30 feet above you. The eye can look in any direction, so it can pivot on itself very easily. It can move up to 30 feet inside of a turn. There's no limit on how far the eye can move away from the caster, but it cannot enter another dimension. A solid barrier blocks the eye movement, but the eye can pass through an opening as small as 1 inch in diameter.
Okay.
That is the full description of the spell. So that's everything you know about the spell.
I will just look to audience and just go follow my lead and then look
Alright.
for the nearest corner or alleyway that I can break line of sight from it. I'm gonna do a very similar thing.
All right. It's easy. Like I said, they're following you at maximum range for them, so you can easily break line of sight for 2 or 3 seconds before they can start seeing you again.
So we'll walk around a corner. I will cast invisibility at 3rd level to hit both me and audience.
Alright.
And then quick march back the other way.
Alright. I'll just keep following Fisher.
And then we immediately turn around and try and pass them going back the way we just came while invisible.
Okay.
Just to flex on them, you steal their component.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So.
And then I want to see what the sensor does.
Okay. Make a state. Milk. Let's start that again. Make a stealth roll.
I'm gonna use a luck point.
Okay.
That is much better. That is 3 times better. That is a just on the die. 23.
Okay. You have a brief moment where you turn around and you want to use that spell. You start casting, and while you're casting, you sort of have that moment of, oh shit, they're still watching me from above. But just as you look up, there's a bit of snow that slides off the roof and covers you just as you're becoming invisible. Yeah. Oh, damn, I was so lucky.
Hell yeah.
All right, so the sensor doesn't see you casting a spell. You become invisible. They turn the corner where you're supposed to be, and damn it, they can't see you. They start walking a little bit faster, get to the next corner, trying to see if you just try to run and lose them. And that's when you decide to come back, cross their path, and go the other way. Is that it?
Yeah.
All right, so you cross their path, they go this way, which means they're about 60 feet away from you. Too far away for that. All right, you see them. You see one of them casting a spell, which you can easily identify as detect magic, but you're out of range, so nothing happens. Second one looks at him. Are we gonna have to use this so quickly? I guess so. Right. So one of them prepares locate object, locate creature, which audience would be able to recognize much easier because of religion again. Although your religion isn't exceptional.
No.
It's one of those times where Tobiyashi, you miss him so much. He was really good at that.
I rolled well on it, though. It was an 18. I rolled a 19 minus 1.
Okay, well, you easily recognize the locate creature spell being cast, and the other one casts enhance ability, and they're enhancing wisdom to give their self advantage on a perception roll to try and find you. So that's how much did you roll for your stealth? You said 20 23.
Do I need to roll also for my stealth? Or are we doing it?
Okay, yeah.
I guess I'll roll.
I would appreciate it if you would also Try and be stealthy.
Well, I'm a stealthy on an 11.
Dang.
Luckily, I have advantage on my stealth, so it wasn't a nat 1. But it's not. Great.
So, what happens is the first one casts Enhance ability and immediately looks around to try and find traces of you. And he still rolls a 24 in total, natural 20 on his roll.
Oh, it wasn't bad, you see? There you go.
Well, he rolled a 7, and then because of advantage, thanks to enhance ability, natural 20. So he looks around for a brief moment, and just as you're moving away, you hear him say, I think the big one made a mistake there. He tripped on something. We got his trail. They're leaving. They're going this way. Don't waste your time with the spell. And they start moving in your direction. They're following your tracks.
I do believe. They could be following something else. I don't believe we would leave tracks, because unless I'm mistaken, me and Andre both have
Do
boots.
not make noise or leave tracks because of our boots of the elven kind.
Our boots of elven kind.
All right. Well, then it's not your track they're following. They're following anything else. So it doesn't change the fact that with your stealth audience, you probably you probably stumble on a piece of pottery that was left there. Because of that, it made it fall on the side, and they recognize that it wasn't there before. So they know that you just passed them. So now they're trying to follow you using whatever noise you're making as you're moving. Anything you're displacing, anything that you... Although now they're tracking you, meaning that they're not moving at full speed. They're moving a little bit slower, but they know in what direction you just went.
I'm going to try something. I'm going to tell Fisher to get ready to move quick. How many people are there?
2 that you can see.
2.
Plus eye in the sky.
Yeah. The eye in the sky is fine, though, because if we can cast, then we can hide. Alright. Audience is going to cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Okay.
And it's going to hit both of them. And I can concentrate on that for up to 1 minute, and it's a Wisdom DC 17 saving throw.
You're aware that because of enhance ability, they have advantage on wisdom right now.
Ability checks, not saving throws.
Oh,
Not
sorry,
saving throws.
Okay, so... Yeah, okay, that's easy. As they're coming out of a corner, you just wait for them, you cast the spell so that they get blinded by the hypnotic pattern as they're moving through the alley. And you said DC 17?
17, yes.
Alright, one of them gets bewildered by the pattern while the other one does not. The dice itself is a 17, so one succeeded, one failed.
Okay.
When I see one shrug it off, I will cast the other thing, silvery barbs, and make it
Reroll.
yeah.
All right. That is a grand total of 16. So there's a brief moment where you see one go, oh. And then it's like, come on. But because there's all these little glitter everywhere, come on, what the? And he's caught staring the huge hypnotic pattern in front of him.
Well, we are no longer invisible because we both cast spells.
Yep. So now we just take off because they're charmed.
Yep. That's good.
They are actually not. They are incapacitated. That's what
they are charmed.
They're
but
charmed.
while
Yeah,
they are charmed,
while they're charmed, the creature is incapacitated as the speed of 0.
They're staring at it at an hypnotic pattern.
Yep. And we are going to leave. I will concentrate on that for.
Okay. For as long as you can maintain it, which is 1 minute. That's not a lot of time.
Nope.
All right, you move away. For 1 minute, you move as fast as you can to create as much distance between them as you can. Which means
as we're sprinting. Yes. I just turn to audience and go, do you want to just helm us out of here?
I would, but I realized I forgot to attune to it. So no, I would not. Reattune to it after I got it back.
Oopsie.
Fisher, from inside of you hear, that was an incredible idea. Too bad Bird Brain forgot. Because now they're going to locate us easily with a spell.
But we got a minute head start to get out the gate.
In fairness, he was super excited about attuning to the Holy Avenger.
I was. And I then forgot about the helm.
Yeah.
Which I was actually another reason I wanted to wait a day, because I was like, oh shit, I should probably get the helm before we break into my place.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, you can cover roughly 600 feet by dashing for a full minute. You're both warriors. You both have good constitution. I'm not going to make you roll for running for 60 seconds. You use fly?
I can also technically use fly, so we can double that.
All right.
Yeah, I'll cast fly on myself. Audience has his own wings.
So, audience, you move at 50. Fisher, you move at 60.
I think it was 60. I think I also moved at 60.
60? All right.
Yeah.
In that case...
Meanwhile, 1,000 feet in the air, it's like Raimi's just wondering, all right, how am I going to find them?
And then suddenly, you just see two people start flying. Ask and you shall receive.
And for some reason, both of them are obnoxiously bright. Well, not obnoxious to him, but to anybody else. Just so we're not forgetting that one is a metallic scale dragonborn, and the other one is chrome.
Not only a metallic scale dragonborn, but a metallic scale dragonborn with now I think is the DM described like incredibly shiny metallic wings that like reflect light.
Mm-hmm. That's why we gotta go up, because then they gotta look up at the sun at us. And then they can't see shit.
So Remy, there's mixed emotion when you see this. There's just like, oh, now I don't have to look for them. Shit, they probably don't have to look for them also. So you all relatively easily find yourself flying in the air.
I mean, Raimi is still invisible, but
Well, you can find them relatively easily. They can't
Yeah.
find you easily.
I can only concentrate on one thing at a time. Let's head towards one of the other gates. Or a gate that's not in the direction of the portal.
Well,
Or
you're
just the
flying.
wall.
You have 360 degree to go.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to go through the gate.
you know what? Raimi does have a solution, but he does have to start flying in their direction to hopefully catch up.
Oh, damn. So, here's the big question.
He actually technically does have a countermeasure for this, but it works better when they're all together.
So, here's the thing. Audience and Fisher, you do not see Remy unless he becomes visible again. So where do you go now that you're flying?
A wall.
Yeah, I'd just gotta leave the city.
Yeah. Out.
Out. I could also technically reroll stealth, because the two people who saw us got tracked. So we could reroll stealth in the sky.
You could.
I don't know how we're hiding.
That's
We're flying
Behind the
stealthily.
fluffiest cloud.
We're hiding. So, listen, I probably won't roll well anyway, so. Yeah, no, that's about right. It's a 13. We're flying stealthily.
Oh, I think we're flying fast.
Fast and stealthily.
I'm flying fast.
Listen, but the audience with the 13, he's probably not that stealthy.
Fisher, you look at him flying as best he can, and there's a brief moment where you hear Taranad say, do you think he knows he's about to go through a wall? Ooh!
I assume we're above the wall's height.
It was a taller building. Like a bell tower.
Damn. Crushed it.
Dong!
I just hit the bell.
We're not paying for that.
And suddenly everyone looks in the direction of that bell that just rang.
I mean, on the bright side, you might have gained some new copper if it was a copper bell. If it was a bronze bell,
Audience,
though.
Let me give you another roll if I hit the bell. Oh yeah, that's a 25 performance. I am majestic as I strike the bell.
You
People
strike
will
the bell
remember
for
this.
fun.
You
People
make
will
it look
remember
like
this.
you make it look like you struck the bell intentionally.
It's a 25 performance for people to think I'm just
You knock Quasimodo out of the bell tower just as you hit the bell. Like you hit the bell hits him, he falls out the tower.
But you just
Made it
drift
look like it was
off
on
to the
purpose.
You just drift off for a brief moment, looking majestic as the sun shines behind you and give that godly image of yourself to everyone looking.
yeah. Everyone sees me, but goddamn, does it look good?
I don't know why, but I think that Fisher is actually looking at you exactly as Andre is looking at the camera right now.
Just deadpan, maybe slight disappointment.
Only slight.
Remy, once again, you have conflicting emotions. I mean, you noticed everything. You saw that he was trying to be stealthy and he just rang into the bell, but damn, he's giving you such a nice show right after it. It's disappointment and awe at the same time.
I mean, technically, awe has multiple definitions, multiple ways of interpreting it.
All right, so you're briefly delayed, maybe a round or two to give that show to everyone, and you start flying again, which helps Remy catch up with all of you a little bit more. How fast are you flying, Remy?
I think I'd have this number by now, but every time that you've said 50 or 60, I keep losing track of which one is which. I want to say 50.
Okay.
I believe Ramy's the only one that flies at 50.
Okay. But he's also the only one who can use a cunning action to move, so
Yeah.
while you're stuck moving at 120, he can actually go 150. So it allows you to catch up a little bit more with them. And, just in case you missed them, audience made it painfully but amazingly easy to find. Do you remain invisible or do you make yourself seen, Remy?
I will only make myself seen when I actually get to them.
Okay. So, as
And
you're
then
moving,
even then, I won't get uninvisible until I also do a perception check around us in the event that they did pursue them.
all right. Well, with the hitting the bell and all, it certainly made it a bit easier to follow them all. But they're at a bit of a distance. They know where you're going roughly, but probably can't catch up with you. Now, as you're reaching the edge of the city, I want to say make a intelligence roll, Fisher and audience, because you're arriving before Remy. Just intelligence because it's memory.
19.
17.
Ooh.
I know.
As you're arriving, there's a creeping doubt that if suddenly manifests itself in your mind. Well, if they have wards to protect against people trying to invade flying that are active right now, as you are going to try and move over these walls, there is a possibility that you're going to get fried by those wards if they're currently active. That's what you don't know.
Can you detect magic, or does that have to be a ritual?
Detect magic is a ritual and a concentration.
But even so, there is going to be a minimum of magic already in effect. So that's going to start being a bit weird trying to figure out which one is active and which one is doing what.
Well, audience can fly down and just try and fly through the gates.
Where we're heading is the wall.
I said we were heading towards a gate.
I was heading towards just the wall because we were flying.
So
I was heading towards. I thought we were heading towards the original gate. But
I first thought that, and then I was like, "But we're flying," and then
because of Jorg, you know that these detection do have a limit. So if you fly high enough, you might actually be able to circumvent any defense. But that's really is just you're flying high enough so that it becomes ineffective if someone wants to attack the castle at that distance. Could be several hundred feet straight up, if not several thousand feet straight up.
It's pretty high.
Or you can go down and go through a gate.
Audience is gonna fly down and try to fly through the gate.
All right, I'll go with him.
All right. Remy, you slowly catch up with them. It takes everything you have because they're several hundred feet away. So it takes a little bit of time to catch up with them, but let's see. Do you catch up with them? Oh, that's good. Oh, that's bad. That's good. Okay. You see them flying down. They're going toward a gate. You're maybe 5 or 6 turns behind them. You think it's not going to be hard catching up with them because if they want to go through a gate, there's probably a few guards there, so they're going to have to slow down to not draw too much attention. Then again, it's audience. He might actually try to just fly through as fast as he can through the gate.
Whee! But yeah, he'll do his best to cover the distance while they presumably slow down to not jump the turnstile.
Yeah.
Okay. So Fisher does the same thing. Does audience slow down and mix in with the crowd? Or he just flies through as fast as he can?
For leaving?
Yeah.
No, audience just flies through.
Okay. No, I don't have to roll. You have to roll. It's going to be a dexterity saving throw.
I'll add 24.
24. Was that an easy roll or was it a bit hard for you?
Little.
A little hard? Okay. Well, I had established that you needed to do a superhuman roll to do this, which means so long as you rolled above 21, it was enough to go through before the energy web just tried to catch you, and you did. It was a bit tight. You saw it appear, but fortunately you were able to slip through before it completed itself, and you just... But Fisher and Remy see this web of energy just go... Oh yeah, cool. Now we're stuck behind it.
Well, tough guys.
Well, Remy...
Well, maybe
Fisher...
they'll reopen it because the person they were trying to catch already left.
Well, the good news is for Remy, you're not going to have any trouble catching Fisher.
Thanks.
As all the guard starts reacting and moving into position and looking at the spell, looking at audience goes... Well, at least he was leaving. Let's hope he didn't steal something important. All right, everyone, settle down. Settle down. I know this is not going to be pleasant, but just in case, we're going to have to search you as you're leaving. I know it's not going to be pleasant. I know it's going to slow down things, but this is what happens when you let youngsters use magic. And so, Fisher, you're stuck in a long line of people. You might have been able to get through in a minute or two, but now you're waiting your turn at a gate where a bunch of guards are thoroughly watching everyone that goes through that gate.
Thanks a lot, TSA.
Yeah. I can't take off my shoes. Sorry, they're melded into my floor.
Audience is gonna kind of look back at the gate. It's gonna be like, Well, I thought they were gonna follow me, but
You see all of the guards moving in, slowing everything down. You hear the peasant starts whining about the fact that it's gonna take forever. Remy,
I have to go potty.
yeah, that's thanks.
audience will just, I guess, turn on the link and I'll be like, "Do you guys want me to come back? Try anything? Should I just stay outside?"
No, you already. You're the reason everything slowed down to a crawl. So if you come back, it's going to be even slower. You're probably going to get arrested.
Okay. I guess I'll meet you guys. I'll go hang out. Well, actually, I don't want to hang out outside because they're tracking us. I don't know. I'll be somewhere. We'll stay in touch.
Thanks.
Audience, here's the audience fly off.
Well, you know, the closest, the next closest portal. Oh, no, actually, there is another portal because they had to bring in people. There's another portal at Solange, and it's only 4 miles away if you fly in a straight line. So
Just
you
the
got
audience take off in the direction of Solange.
Okay. So, Remy, do you want to get stuck in that long line with Fisher, or do you want to stay stealthed and try to jump the line and leave poor Fisher alone?
You know, he's going to at least briefly creep up and tap Fisher on one of his shoulders.
You feel
hey.
a talon hand tap your shoulder.
What's up?
It's like you get an exasperated sigh. It's like then he takes one of your fingers by the hand and points it in the direction of the wall.
Specifically the wall, not the gate.
Sorry, the now magically sealed gate.
Yeah, I mean, they're letting people through. It's just gonna take a few hours. This is fucking slow. Because audience decided to. Anyway, do you have a better idea?
So Raimi goes through his bag to see if there is anything for this.
You don't have to wait for me.
Well, there's always emergency beam out.
I don't think that's appropriate.
Well, you'd be abusing power, but maybe it's gonna work.
I'm gonna ring up the guard and tell Sierra to connect me to Core and be like, "See, I'm honorably waiting in this line." Security check.
You're muted, Sam.
I think Core would be more actually about the honorable busting through than I did.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He'd be like, just bust through the
Or
energy.
he would walk past the line straight up to the guards and be like, "I'm going that way."
Yep.
And if he
Or he
says
ju-
no,
Or he'd just jump over the wall, the wards would proc, and he'd just somehow slice through the wards with his sword.
Yeah, also that.
yeah, his
Anyway, not doing
specialization is breaking siege. So,
Yeah.
so do you actually brag about this to Core, or? But do you call the garden?
No.
Okay, so you wait.
I mean, technically, I have a solution, but then it might be annoying to get you out.
Fisher insists, save yourself, Remy.
Basically, either that or it's basically, do you just want to like wait in this line, or maybe go to another gate to leave the city?
Mm. I might as well try another gate.
It doesn't take a lot of brain power to figure out that there's a high chance that the word is spreading and the other gates are going to be closed as well, or at least under surveillance. Now, because there's less people in front of them than the main gate, you might get through faster, but the time it's going to take you to get to that gate sort of negate that advantage.
Uh-huh. Dang.
Sort of that situation where you say, well, it's going to save us 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, I guess there is a bright side to this. Whatever they were planning to do by following us, it's like it definitely is not going to work out now that customs has been alerted.
Yeah.
Definitely, they're going to be more aware of magic being used to spy and watch, so they're going to have to rely on the good old tricks of tracking you.
Luckily, I blend in with any kind I'm not a full head taller than everybody around me and shiny metal.
So you essentially look like a disco ball walking through a crowd. Just the ball walking through the crowd. So yeah, it doesn't draw any attention at all. Remy, if you're trying to tell Fisher that you have a shortcut, he's not getting it. So
No, Raimi will just wait with him in customs, and then they'll use the other thing later if they have to.
So it's so long and it takes so much time. But people are moving one by one. Eventually you get there. Remy, initially when you got there, you didn't see your perception, even passive perception, did not see anything of interest. But you're there for so long that eventually you do notice that you're not sure who it was, but some of them have caught up to you and where the gate was, and they are looking through the crowd. Now, the thing is that they need to be careful because the guards are also looking through the crowd. How do you want to navigate that element? It's not going to be too long, but still.
I have. It's like Raimi is going to start minor illusioning obnoxious noises coming specifically from them. Meaning that basically the guards are constantly going to be looking in their direction because there's this obnoxious noise getting their attention. Raimi's going to make it as annoying as possible to sit there and wait.
Just vague, unintelligible magic chanting.
It comes out of nowhere, but you hear,
Oh wait, I'll do you one better. Just like I'm sure Raimi has sat through a number of different priestly sermons.
Yeah. 1,000 years. If you wanted to, you probably learned a lot of those sermons.
So then every 6 seconds, Raimi is going to say the next bit in sequence. It's like basically until the guards get so annoyed that they maybe try to go over and try to stop them from preaching in the middle of this line.
And you've seen it often enough with everyone else. You can probably, it's not going to work, but you can probably phonetically duplicate guidance. Oh, good, with Jorg's voice. Let's put him in trouble. Of course, priest casting guidance is going to attract the attention of people. So it's pretty annoying. You keep hearing the sermons and guidance and bless.
Turn away from your sinful, unnatural ways.
Obviously, it draws the attention of the guards. Obviously, the priests that are there know that someone is trying to make it harder for them. So what they do is when they start attracting too much attention, they start walking away. But before they're too far away, one of them casts Locate Creature. And so as they're leaving, two of them start looking right in your direction where you are.
Joke's on them. That doesn't last very long.
How far away when they cast it?
Maybe 200 feet away.
Dang it.
They see you there, but they can't do anything about it. You just see them talk in whatever small device they have, and they move away.
Don't worry. Once we get out of line, I have something that we can do.
Takes a little
I'll
bit
give
of
a friendly wave that turns into flipping them off. As they
It's like,
you minor illusion the huge hand that people go when they go to a sporting event, except that instead of doing this, it does this. So you eventually get there. They look at you. Well, Fisher, they look at you for a brief moment and then look at one another. And they look at you again.
What's up?
What is your function? Exactly.
Right now,
Obviously, they're assuming that you're not a sentient machine.
save the world.
before bedtime.
Oh, good lord. Oh, wow. Interesting choice the dice just made. Okay. They look at you for a brief moment, and you hear one, at the same time, you hear one ask you where your master is. And there's another one that says, oh no, not another one that wants to save the world through music and light. God damn it, not them again. You hear another guard say, calm down, you can't be sure it's them. So what's the answer to who's your master?
I go, well, it sounds like you've already heard. Do you want like a rehash, or do you want the new stuff? It's a little more experimental, just fair warning.
All three of them says, no, that's good. Move away.
Dang.
Come on, get out.
Fine.
Tell your master that the next time we see him, it's gonna be a heavy fine.
Okay.
God.
Okay.
Damn cult that wants to save the world through disco. It's the last thing you hear as you move away. Remy, it's your turn.
Waves.
One of the guard looks at you for a brief moment and says, where are you supposed to be? And the guard says, well, obviously, it's a bird.
Sound of glass cracking.
No.
And he makes imitation. All three of
And
them.
he makes imitation.
All three. You know, one thing that anyone watching this doesn't see, they only see audience like he is, but because of how I place the camera, I also see two cats' ear on the side of the camera, but no one else sees them. It's a bit distracting. So the three guards looks at you for a brief moment. Says, "Oh no, you're not with the disco guy, are you?"
You're not with the disco guy, are you?
Two of them look at you for a brief moment when you say this. They look at one another, but the third one says, "Oh, you want to play like this, huh?"
Oh, you want to play it like this, huh?
Come on, man, say it again. I dare ya. The two others said, "No, no, don't do this. It's probably not even sanctioned. It's probably just another one of those machines that's been feathered up."
Probably one of those machines that's been feathered up.
The two others are trying to convince the third one that you're just a defective machine or something like this that just keeps imitating everything. The third one is obviously getting pissed off at you. He just keeps yelling louder and louder and louder at you. The two others, they eventually just tell you to move on as they're holding back the third guy who is daring you to put your hands up. Come on, come on. I dare you. You want to imitate something? Sorry.
He also has the plague. That's unrelated.
All right. That was a surreal moment at the gate.
All right, so after we get a few feet, like well, maybe more than a few feet, like start getting into like I forget, is this city surrounded by like a natural plain or a forest, or I don't remember the surroundings of this city.
It is the capital city of the world. It is the port city. So, to the west and the northwest is the ocean. To the south and southeast are the mountains. Everything else is open field.
All right, either we're gonna look like grass or rocks, as like Raimi makes a box shape. Well, you think we were going to use this item just the one time and then never again?
Why? You did that for so many things.
There, part with.
It's like, guess what doesn't work? Like when you have effectively a non-detection spell on you.
Okay. As you're leaving, because at the edge of cities, very often there's the equivalent of a small village that's there. Initially, you find yourself a barrel. As you keep moving forward, you change shape a number of times. A barrel, a crate, a huge jug. Eventually, you happily find yourself a tumbleweed. I mean, you've seen one in the region, but okay, it's mobile. But as you reach the open fields and there's nothing there, you turn into a small mound. It's just a small mound of dirt that starts moving forward. It doesn't draw as much attention as you thought it would.
The important part is that they can't track us with divination magic. That is the important part.
And that was a good call, because now they knew where you were. They were waiting for you with other locating magic on the other side. So you managed to slip through. You even see one of them looking around. They're well equipped. We're gonna have to be better equipped than that next time. But you eventually get to the open field. Audience, by the time that they get through the gate and through the village and turn into a mini moving hill, you're in Solange. Probably enjoying a pint. You saved a whole lot of people there, so there's a lot of people that actually know you. You're muted again.
Audience just sitting there waiting at the cafe. He'll have bought them pints as well for whenever they show up.
Meanwhile, it's the refugees from the Stagnant Shard that you recognize from there. A lot of grateful people. You took them out of this dreadful place. And some of them, it's sort of weird because they talk to you about the wonders of living in a world where you can actually heal. And it's kind of normal for you, but you acknowledge that for them it's amazing and it's weird and it's so special and you can't imagine. You hear this woman say that she scratched herself and the next day it wasn't there anymore. No, you don't understand. The next day it wasn't there anymore. It closed.
The next day, it wasn't there anymore.
She didn't have to bathe in holy water. And then you hear about this woman who gave birth. She gave birth without being submerged in holy water. Without having to drink so much of it that you feel full just before giving birth. Do you understand the meaning of this? As she stares into your eyes and tells you this. When a few hours later you see your friend coming in after having heard an hour of those people being so grateful and telling you about the small things. A child stubbed his toe and it stopped hurting after 10 minutes. You don't get it. 10 minutes. That's it. It's amazing. The healing properties of this world. It's amazing. Fisher, you arrive as this woman says, it's amazing. The healing properties of this world.
Honestly, the only thing we're not excited about is the periods once a month.
Even the cat, he just looks at you. Right on cue.
So
So,
this is a kid I'm house sitting for, and apparently it's never seen a mouse before, and it wants to bat the mouse on the computer screen. It's very fascinating. It thinks it's a toy.
it's
It's
just
hunting a
like
mouse.
it's just like the kid telling you that it stubbed its toe and it stopped hurting after 10 minutes. He looks completely amazed. Just like the cat looking at the screen. The kid keeps looking at his toe. It doesn't hurt anymore. And he shows you his toe as your friend arrive next to you. You have this scene of audience being showed a 5-year-old toe. The kid holding his foot in his hand, hopping on one leg. See, my toe healed.
Sure just thinks, yeah, okay, maybe it wasn't so bad. Rather be there than be doing this the whole time.
I'll be like, oh, good, you guys made it. I was a little worried, but I had faith in you guys.
Yeah, thanks for that.
I thought you were following me.
And try and magically zip through a guarded checkpoint?
Yeah. If you're fast, we could have made it.
I guess so. I mean, I'm surprised you did.
It wasn't that hard.
Remy has a photographic memory of being able to say it was less than a second between the time the web closed and your foot went through. Less than a second. Or should I say less than a tenth of a quarter of a minute. Most people in the Middle
Anyway.
Ages didn't count.
Did you guys figure out who was following us or no?
I didn't. Remy, did you?
Raimi, I'm not sure in what context he would have originally learned the religion of
I remember,
this one, but
because of spying and deception, because you're a rogue, you probably heard about it while traveling through a town. Probably in your younger portion of your life. Well, before you spent 1,000 years in another realm.
so, in which case he would have to express that verbally. So maybe, well, I guess it would less be loudly like proclaiming the ways of it. I want to imagine just like hearing maybe like whispers. So Raimi is literally whispering this this mini sermon into both of their ears for the context required.
All right.
And then he goes on to do a brief repeat of the recording he got of the conversation like between the priests.
Okay.
All right.
So you're mostly caught up. Not missing too much.
Okay.
You're
Well-
being hunted by professionals.
Unsurprising. Technically, the audience has been being hunted since the start of this campaign. They might have just increased the rank of the people hunting them.
Yeah.
Well, you seem to get through bounty hunters like they're made of tissue paper. So they kind of got a little bit more serious.
All right. Well, I guess we should head back to the garden and get ready to go to my temple tomorrow.
Fisher, from inside of you, you hear Taranad say, "Ah, and you just said that out loud. He just knows that we are being tracked. Did anyone think about checking if we're being scryed on before he just yapped about what he was gonna do tomorrow?"
Good point. We should probably start checking if we're being spied on an annoying amount of the time.
Fair.
I mean, just above table. Until this is resolved,
Cast
either.
And then Fisher's going to cast See Invisibility. Yeah, and look around.
Okay. What were you saying, Rui?
No, just like above table. Either we got to get real comfortable, like walking around in boxes for a bit until this whole issue is resolved, or we eat the money and the attunement slot to get amulets of protection from detection.
Or cheaper, probably. Maybe more expensive in the long run, but cheaper attunement slot wise, definitely. I'd just cast non-detection on everybody every day.
Or that.
I can at least help with that. The sucky part would be that it would eat up the level 3 spell choice for the arcane weapon.
I mean, I have... Yeah, it's a 3rd level spell. Ugh.
What's the duration of non-detection again?
I think it's
8
24
hours.
hours.
8
Is it
hours,
8?
I just checked.
Oh, dang.
You notice that audience is getting bored of all of you talking about magic, arcane magic.
Did you see anything when he turned invisible?
I didn't
turn
invisible, but
Sorry,
yeah.
see invisible.
Did I see a scrying sphere or anything with my See Invisibility? Or a clairvoyance or...
No, you didn't.
I didn't see anything.
All right. Not bad.
All right. So, you go to the portal.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. After a long detour, you get back to the garden. It's almost night. You get inside. It's pretty quiet. You see people, mostly gnomes, going back to their homes. Their personal quarters. When gnome just looks at you as you're all arriving. Hey, hello! It's always fun looking at people come in. You never know how they're going to react because all they see is this flash of light and then they see our bright face and some of them actually get scared. It's always fun to see. You don't seem scared. Okay, I'm going to go home. Bye.
Bye.
All right.
So, any preparation you want to do for the heist tomorrow?
I guess I prepare non-detection.
It's not as much of a heist. We're more distracting people while other people.
It's somebody else's heist.
You're the diversion.
We're the diversion.
Anything you
I mean,
want to prepare for to be a good diversion?
25 per cast. So
Audience is gonna tell him their plan if he's just gonna try and see if the priestess will speak to him. Especially since they they might think maybe, hey, audience, they don't know about the 1,000 years. They'll be like, hey, maybe audience is having regrets. It makes sense he would come and speak to. And it's not a lie. He does want to speak to his old friend. So he's like, it might turn into a conflict. But initially, let's try and stick with the original plan of just a conversation.
probably pull a lot of people to the front of the temple.
Yeah.
Okay. So you expose your plan of going through the front gate to your friends.
My plan of no plan, kind of wing it. Yeah.
Remy, you, after 1,000 years, you get that familiar hurting feeling that you used to have a long time ago. Every time you saw audience decide to use his head, quite literally, to get through obstacle.
But I don't want to use my head.
We're just trying to make a distraction for the other guy.
Yeah.
That's probably as good a one as we're gonna get without blowing something up.
Of course, you hear tearing out from inside of you. Yes, of course. Everything's gonna go fine. I mean, how long can he possibly take to find whatever he's looking for? 15 minutes? 20 minutes? He can easily dodge spells for 20 minutes, right?
Why would you
Right.
give me that spells? You're assuming they would attack him right out of the gate on sight? They
Didn't
seem
you
more.
hear what he screamed at his god?
They seem more. I mean, his god, sure, but like his church, they seem more underhanded than that. Especially as that priestess lady. She seems like a schemer, not a attack a dude in the middle of the day.
You do know that most religion do not take well to heresy, right?
I mean, yeah, but there are also multiple temples to different gods in a city, and they're not constantly murdering each other in the streets.
Yeah, but their priest usually doesn't try and give the finger up close and personal to their god.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to build an ejection system on you. Otherwise, I'm gonna end up somewhere in a lifeless body for the next 5,000 years.
This would be more from audience's side than Fisher, because Fisher doesn't really know her at all. Um, do you want audience to do an insight check on if he thinks his childhood friend would be open to meeting and talking to him and not just blasting spells at him from the temple? Because that's still
um,
insane to me.
I think I already gave enough clues to audience to know that answer. So no, he's not exaggerating. If she was um, the fully evil person that can exist in there, that you've all witnessed as you were floating about, especially you, Fisher, since you followed the audience for a good bit of time and you saw how his religion can actually work.
Mhm.
If audience was allowed to be near her and talk to her, she can't be evil. He would immediately have felt it because he's a paladin, and they don't let the two ends meet. He would have only been able to talk to people who are just a little more open-minded than he is, who have morals that are just a little bit more flexible than his. So while it's obvious she doesn't have the pure, straight, good only follow the rule mindset that audience has, she probably simply has a wider range of what I can do. Probably has either a mindset of the rules are too strict sometimes. You have to be able to think outside of them, or all the way to um, you follow them just not to attract attention. But otherwise, most of them are just garbage. The important is good.
Mhm.
So essentially, she's somewhere in terms of D&D mechanics. She's somewhere in the spectrum of either neutral, true neutral, or neutral good. It can be a wide spectrum because technically, so long as she's more neutral than evil. She can do some evil things from time to time, but she will always go back to the neutrality. Or she is good, but rules. She has good intention and she always does the right thing, but her own way. And sometimes that can mean straight through rules and problems. So he would have only been able to interact with those kind of people. Meaning it's not a lost cause, and he's probably right. She's most likely not gonna just start by throwing spells. But Terranad has a valid point. Gods speak to their follower, and the audience has shown you that his god speaks a lot. So even though he might not simply be killed on sight, it could go as bad as, oh, the heretic has come back among us. What do you want? And then it starts from that point.
is this the part where, shoot, which Jesus story do we want to go with? Because he was thrown out of several cities, or thrown out of several temples. We just really need to pick which one we're going to emulate here.
Mm-hmm. I think you go with ask for your friend outside the temple, and then
But first, you have to cure a lame man's blindness. Just to really piss them off.
yeah, um, and then no, make sure you never get too far in there,
All right.
or maybe a walk around the park kind of and then that'll probably actually bring more of them out because if they want to come after you, that's even a better diversion because that empties the temple.
Okay. All right. So that sounds like a plan. How does audience feel about this plan?
Audience feels good about it.
Okay. Well, in that case, that's where you can all. Yeah.
Do you want us there with you, or in out in the open, or kind of more as stealthy support, keep back your way?
I think you guys could be more in the open. I think that they'd be aware that audience is aware that his god is at odds with him, and it would be weird if audience didn't bring support. They know you guys travel with me. I think they'd be expecting you guys.
Okay. Yeah, that tracks.
All right. You're muted.
Whoops, sorry. Did they actually give a quote for how long it would take for them to finish those medals?
Oh, yeah. That's well, 138 hours. So if you give them just a little extra money, they can find a way to work all day long, which means it would be 5 days.
Not totally necessary. I was just curious, because I remembered I didn't really ask.
Okay.
Though in but then I will ask Fisher. It's would you like me to relieve some of the spell slot burden, or do you want me to just do something else for my third in case we need it?
I think do something else for your third in case we need it.
Anything on your list that you would like to have but we don't?
That I don't.
That you don't even own or are not going to be able to prepare in your case. Because I'm pretty set on crowd control spells, so
yeah.
I got 3 of them now.
Do you want to think about this during the break?
Sure.
All right. In that case, we will be taking the break. And through the magic of editing, we will be back in an unknown amount of time, but for you, it's going to be 15 minutes. So we'll see you in 15 minutes. Bye. And we're back. Yay. All right. I thought this was... Okay, never mind. Okay. So, you all spend your night a little worried about what's going to happen on the next day, because you are going to knock on the door of a temple. Yeah. Always good, always fun, filled with surprises. So, if I remember correctly, what?
Gotta keep things exciting somehow.
Yeah. I mean, you are starting to be high level. It's normal that you start looking for more challenging things to do. Yes. Obviously. So, you get up and prepare in the morning. Audience, you did feel like there was some pressure in your mind, as if...
Oh, let me switch my attunements.
Okay.
I would like to have reattuned over the night. Take out the cloak. Put on the helm. All right.
All right. So, you did feel like there was some pressure in your mind, as if someone was trying to reestablish some sort of connection with you, but you don't exactly want to say that it's was for good intention, but your new god is powerful, and light always pushes back darkness. So you do feel like your night was protected by a warm, comforting light. When you wake up, you feel revitalized by it. And then you remember, oh yeah, we're on the third day. So Shay's probably gonna call you back tonight to know how things have been going for the past 3 days, because you told her that you keeping in touch every 3 days was interesting. So you're gonna have someone to tell about how that went. Who might actually understand what you're saying? Because, your friend Fisher and Remy, they're good friends. Remy wants to be more than good friends, but still, they're both good friends. But they don't understand godly things the way that you do. You just have a different connection to those things than they do. So, all you gotta do is survive until the night. Not gonna be difficult at all. Well, unless at some point you hear your childhood friend state out loud that you have strayed from the path, which means that at that moment someone is meant to die.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna happen this time. So, you wake up, you gather your party. Oh, little Baldur's Gate reference. You gather your party and you prepare to leave. Anything you'd like to do or say or start this? I mean, you're supposed to contact your friend. There's a moment at which it's all supposed to be happening.
We would contact him, yeah. I mean, I would contact him probably once I got to the city.
Okay.
To let him know we are going to go.
All right, so it takes not too long to get to all of your quarters to the tavern for a quick meal, and then you leave and go outside near Otenel, where audience you built. Well, you diverted the money owed to your friends and to Tobiashi into making a huge church, nearly the size of a cathedral. So, you find yourself outside of the city, looking in, seeing the huge gates, the protection in front of it. Soldiers in their armor, their battle armor, which is a bit of a hybrid between construct and just armor. Kind of a bigger version of the artificer armor. Imposing. You notice at the gate that there's one of your priests, well, one of your old priests, preaching to those trying to get inside of the city, aiming for those that seem a little bit lost, a little bit alone. Fortunately, you know that tactic now. He's gonna prey on them. Try to see if their mind is malleable enough.
Oh, they're not going to prey on them. They're going to prey on them.
Exactly. Well, technically both. But you are in front of the city. Contact your friend. Let him know. Let him know that everything is ready. Now I wonder, how are you gonna contact them? Because the only one who has sending is
I
Terry.
prepared sending today.
Okay. All right. Now the only question left is: do you want to bring Arunak into this, just in case it devolves into a huge fight? Do you want to leave him behind? Sort of a way to say we're unarmed by not bringing your healer to this. Do you want to bring Terry out?
I mean, I feel like we should.
Hey, Terry just got 2 new hit points.
Hell yeah, that's my boy.
Actually, this is a great question. Uh, can Oranak wild shape?
No.
But like instead of animals, he just can turn into plants of a certain size.
Different. Yeah, that's. I kind of debated that, but that would be weird because you wouldn't be able to move in those different types. But there is a spell, however, that kind of works in a way that feels okay. It. Hold on. Which was level 5. I think it's Nature's Wrath. Because there is a tree version, or rather 4 tree.
I was mostly just thinking of like joking situation, mind you. Like coming to a peace talk, you bring a peace ficus or something.
Yeah.
It was more of just a joke on my part, but I figured it was part joke, part we've never really discussed this, so at least we asked.
So instead of bringing an olive branch, you want to bring an olive tree.
Well, it has many branches, so that means we're offering extra peace.
I mean, it's kind of what makes the most sense for Arunak to be able to be different tree as a wild shape. I've been treating him more like a druidic sorcerer than an actual druid, so I think that's where the element is. All right. So,
I mean, then again, if you really wanted to get attention in the courtyard, nothing like a sentient tree.
yeah, he's a champion of your new god. You don't have to tell him it's not true.
Or even just completely unrelated on like on the other side of the courtyard. My name is Ornak. I speak for the trees.
Trees say fuck you. And we attack.
And
Like you fuck the trees fuck right back.
And they can go all night long. And then there's Terry, who looks at everyone
They go
and
all
just says,
break long.
and there's
They are absolutely rigid.
Interesting.
I have cast non-detection on the 3 of us.
Okay.
And then, as we get close to the city, I will cast I guess before I cast it. So do we want to? Do we want to meet up with him again beforehand, or just let him know we're headed to the temple and we're gonna make a disturbance at the front that should draw a lot of attention?
Get your hands off my mead.
Do we want to meet him at the same place? Because that's where the other guys started tracking us last time.
You're not in the same city right now.
Ah, same
True.
city.
Right. Different city. Okay. Yeah.
Geez, someone could smell that fart from a mile away. Practically a trail going.
I don't think they're going to necessarily track us because, as you said, you didn't see anyone. There were no eyes on us when you looked invisibility.
So Raimi holds up talons and then makes the swippy swap motion. He repeats what you just said, audience, and then makes the swippy swap motion.
It might be the opposite.
Raimi nods.
Possibly.
Ew, now I got your cooties.
I think I will cast sending to the guy.
Okay.
We are headed to the temple. We'll make disturbance out front. Would you like to meet to chat beforehand? And where?
You still got 2 words.
Love you.
Please respond.
See, perfect amount of words. Okay. Well, if you have something to add to what you already said, of course we should meet. Otherwise, I've been bored out of my mind waiting for all of you.
You gonna fucking make me send another spell? Are you serious? What's wrong with this dude? Ugh. I will cast sending again. These fucking spells don't come cheap. You want to meet?
Well, if we must meet, I do believe there is an inn 5 or 6 corners away from the temple. Unless you want something more discreet.
I'm not going to respond to that. We're just going to head there.
All right. All right, so let's not let yourself turn into zombies. We at least have to begin this.
Yeah. We'll head over there.
Alright. Alright, well, it takes a little bit of time. You have to walk all the way there. Can't use flying abilities because, you just learn what happened if you do that without thinking. So you're forced to walk, and you do walk throughout the city. For some reason, everything feels less safe as you're walking through the city. And the city always used to feel at least relatively safe. But now everything that was working with you kind of feel like it's working against you. There is a church that used to watch over you as you were walking down these streets. Now it's not. It's looking at you, but not over you. There are the guards that you convinced this church was the best thing that ever happened to their city. Now they're looking at you suspiciously. And of course, you can never get out of your head that at any point a scrying effect scrying spell may be used on you, and you can't cast non-detection every...
Won't matter for the next 7 hours.
Oh.
After that, we can start worrying about it again.
Not non-detection, I mean detect magic to see if you can see. No, they can't directly detect you, but you know very well that imaginative mages can find ways around this. But it makes it more difficult, so not everyone is willing to use those resources. You make your way all the way to the inn. Members of your old religion audience looked at you suspiciously as you were crossing one town square. Well, city square. As if they'd been told to be wary of you. But at least they do not attack. They do not outwardly simply tell everyone that you're a heretic for some reason. No, they just look at you. They turn around and go away toward your church. You get into the inn. There, in a corner, you see someone in black cloak looking at the door. You can't see his face, but you recognize this nonchalant demeanor. Your friend is here, sipping a pint of something. What do you do?
I'll go up to him.
Okay.
Be like,
So the audience approach, you go directly to him. When you get within 5 or 6 pace of him, You see the cowl raise just a little bit, not enough for you to see his face, but enough to have this acknowledgement of he acknowledges you are there. He silently just raises his pint to you, gestures you to sit down.
I'll sit.
So, you all wanted to meet. Is there anything you wanted to add to what you had already told me, or was it just your friend wishing to waste magical energy?
No, just make sure our plan is set and that you're ready to.
Well, thankfully, you didn't try and reach me without having given me any warnings before, because it's kind of not instantaneous walking across half of the island. I had to use a little bit of magic. So, what is your plan?
Time
How much time do you need?
you need.
Well, you tell me. You're supposed to be the one guiding me in there. You're supposed to be the one opening the doors for me, making sure that I can get all the way to the chamber of your friend. You tell me how much time I need.
Fisher looks to audience like, how metaphorically is he speaking?
Audience?
We don't, I don't. I need to know how much time you need to get the notes. Like, I can't exactly tell you.
Well, you did promise him to literally open the window at the chamber of your friend initially, and make sure that no guards would come. So technically, initially, you'd promised them to essentially open all of the doors for him. That would have been quite easy and fast. So getting there would have been just a question of minutes. And depending on how elaborate everything is, and you already looked through a lot in there, with you, it would have been a question of only maybe a few more minutes to look at things that
I'm
you
saying,
didn't
I will
already-
say, I'm not going to be able to get you through the doors, but as I said, I can draw the priestess from the room and you can get in past. I should be able to draw enough attention that everyone's eyes should be on me.
Well, in that case, that takes a little bit more time than you originally told me it would. Because I'll need to get all the way there from a point that's most likely not well defended. I can't just enter into the room of your priestess. So I'd like to say that to be safe, I'd like to ask for an hour, but if I can't have an hour, at least give me 30 minutes.
Okay, we can give you 30 minutes to an hour.
Any advice on where I should start? Any places where their defenses may be weaker? I mean, it was your church. You should probably know the layout of this place pretty well.
Yeah, I know I'll kind of describe to him the layout.
Remy's been through there, right?
Yeah, we went through.
Assuming Remy's passive roguiness would have picked up how he would have broken in there.
Well, yes and no. If there were no magical protection to enter, Remy would definitely know exactly where he would have gotten in, but here's the whole thing. Remy didn't try, so he doesn't know exactly what kind of magical protection there might be around this temple.
He knows what he was able to see,
Yeah,
which wouldn't include everything.
no. Make an intelligence roll, Remy. Let's see how. Or investigation. Let's see how you build up that puzzle.
Okay. I have a bit more confidence with investigation. Case in point 27.
Okay. So, you give a pretty good description with plans, with illusory maps of the places where you've been, where protection may be weaker simply because they are less important hallways. Probably wings where there's nothing of value. Maybe where the novice would eat. Protection would be less important there than the higher priest, where they eat and sleep. You kind of know how these places can work. So unless they've decided to turn it entirely upside down and just be unpredictable from side to side, and probably along with the elements of map that you can produce, give suggestions.
Well, they're going through this stuff. I would like to just keep an eye on everybody else in the inn. Trying to keep an eye out for anybody watching us or
Yeah, roll for perception.
audience. Religion. Possibly. That is a 17, 22 with Terranet.
Okay. You scan the room on multiple occasions, and nothing draws your attention, much anyway. There is one moment where it's difficult to say if it's actually someone of one of those group, but someone wearing priestly robe and not openly showing his religious symbol did enter the establishment, but they didn't stay. They didn't seem to try and scan through the room. They just entered. They went to the innkeeper desk counter. They asked for something. The innkeeper gave them a small wrapped box, and they left with it. But what sort of triggered your perception of the whole thing is the element of similarities between how he acted with the priest that hunted you earlier, and also how casual the whole thing was, which can suggest familiarity. Meaning maybe someone from audience's church, but they didn't stay, so maybe you're just letting your imagination get the better of you.
I will try and keep an eye on it for any more. Suspicious acting.
Yeah. So, Remy gives his entire description of the grounds, the place where he saw. Obviously, Remy couldn't see everything. He doesn't know where a chamber of relics is, and where the
He doesn't have sight beyond sight.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yet.
Dude.
Look, I just know what the next feat is, so.
So maybe in total you were able to give a map of 50% of the church and the grounds around it and the buildings around it, and a few suggestions, knowing how these places may be protected. I mean, you did have 1,000 years of experience of watching audiences cult trying to get a foothold in an island and them failing. But you kind of know how they work, how they think because of that. So, good suggestions. All right. At the end of that, your friend looks at all of you, says, "Well then, this is bound to be interesting. So, I guess we depart immediately?"
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's try to not all leave at once. Not draw too much attention, or at least more than needed. I'll go first. He gets up, starts to walk away. Just as he's about to leave the inn, he turns around, looks at the innkeeper. It's sort of a very primitive thief cant. The kind of thief cant that everyone would probably know. But Remy, there's that moment where he turns around and makes a hand gesture toward the innkeeper. The innkeeper nods. And your mind goes, "Oh, he just gave us his tab."
Yeah.
And he leaves the room.
Do they have a payment plan?
Fortunately for adventurers, it's not a big tab. The innkeeper asked you for 3 gold. You're muted.
Oh.
Remy, you're muted.
Damn it. I got it. No, I'm going to continue with the inflection anyway. Now, if this were a gay bar, it's like then you'd be in debt for 3 years.
Well,
because they didn't just pay. It's not just paying for their drinks, but also the drinks to all the boys in the bar that they tried to hit on.
Yeah. Fortunately, it's a normal inn. So the innkeeper only asks you for 3 gold. Well, admittedly, 3 gold for an innkeeper is quite a tab. But for you, it's, 3 gold.
Looking for coins in my bag of diamonds and other gems.
Did I say 3 gold? I think I meant 4. He did eat a lot before you arrive. So, you pay off the 3 gold. Unless you want to give him 4 gold. Having an innkeeper in your side could be interesting, but yeah.
Actually, no, he will pay the 4 gold. Because you know what? You never know when it's just like, hey, which direction did they go? 1 gold may be the difference between 75% hit points and 5% hit points.
Yeah. Alright. Takes the 4 gold. Thank you for your patronage. And lets you leave. Alright, you find yourself in the street. A few minutes have passed since your friend left. Once again. The street feels unsafe. But you move forward. Takes maybe 10-20 minutes before you arrive in front of the building.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay, audience?
Yep.
You look really tired. Do you want this? Do you want to do this next episode?
I mean, we are 30 minutes over when we standardly stop. I don't know how far we want
but
to go
that's
into
because
this.
we started.
I know
30
we
minutes.
I know we waited. We're like right at the time. I don't know how long. I mean, this is probably going to take a bit.
It's sort of the minimum time. Yeah.
At the same time, though, I think definitely it would be better to start on a good note than stumble
mind.
through that same thing as an end note.
Okay. All right. So, with this, that's gonna be it for tonight. Rest well. Think about what you want to do for how this is going to go, because now you know you gotta stretch this out for a good 30 minutes. Well, fortunately, 30 minutes can include the fight, but let's be honest, fights don't last 5 minutes.
Yeah. Way to stall for time.
Wand of fireballs.
I'm not doing it right now.
Oh wait, guys, hold on. Let's reenact the ending of The Hunchback of Notre Dame. All we need is for audience to take his childhood friend. It's like an unconscious body. It's like going up to the top of the temple and just shouting sanctuary as everything below him is set ablaze.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been so much easier if they could have had access to spells.
Question is, who's going to play Judge Frollo?
Yeah.
Audience.
He's the Hunchback and the I'm sorry, Judge Frollo. Excuse me.
No. Let's switch thing up. Fisher is going to be the Hunchback. All right.
Sanctuary. Sanctuary.
Well, he does have sanctuary, so
Just cast sanctuary over and over on her body.
all right. So with this, and before someone falls asleep, thank you for being thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for watching. Hope you had a pleasant, whatever part of it is, wherever you are in the world. If you're watching this on Christmas Eve, Merry Christmas, especially if you celebrate Christmas. If not, well, hope you had a nice winter solstice celebration if it already has passed. If not, hope you will have a good one. If you want to support us, your options are the same as they've been for the past few years. Twitch, well, X, Twitter, YouTube, Patreon. A link below for donation. Only donate if you can afford it. And also spreading the word of the channel helps tremendously. As always, there'll be a rebroadcast on Friday. Well, if you're watching this right now, it's already the Friday rebroadcast, so probably should have said that in the beginning instead of the end. Yeah, but that's it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Have a merry festive time. But also remember, stay safe and stay healthy. Campfire. Good night.